Hey, welcome to Investfly. Let me give you a quick tour of the platform. This is the dashboard, where the main parts of Investfly come together. At a glance, I can see a quick market snapshot. My selected portfolio. The automated strategies I'm running. The symbols I'm watching. And any alerts or trading bots I've created. There's quite a bit here, but the basic idea behind Investfly is pretty simple. You decide what you want Investfly to watch, which conditions you care about, and what should happen when those conditions are met. Then you can backtest your rules, run them in a virtual portfolio, and, if you choose, authorize trading through an eligible brokerage account you've connected. A trading idea can start in a few different places. If I already know which symbols I'm interested in, I can add them to a watch list. Investfly supports several asset classes, including stocks and ETFs, options, crypto, forex, and futures. If I'm looking for securities that match certain conditions, I can create a screener. To get started, I'll open the screeners page. Here, I'll find starter templates for common technical and fundamental screens. I can customize any of these screeners and save them to my account. Back on the dashboard, the symbol list panel shows both my watch lists and saved screeners. I can click any symbol in the list. From here, I can review its chart. Look at company fundamentals. Explore the available option contracts for stocks and ETFs. And add technical indicators. These tools help me explore the market, but they're not choosing trades for me. I still decide what I want to watch and which rules I want to use. Now let's look at the main part of the platform, trading strategies. I'll start by opening the strategy list. Here, I can browse starter strategy templates, copy one I like, and customize it. There are templates for different asset types, with both no-code and Python-based strategies. Next, I'll open a strategy that's already been set up. The strategy page has three main sections: configuration, backtest, and deployment. The configuration section gives me a complete view of the strategy's settings. To make changes, I can click Edit Strategy. Let's quickly walk through the different steps. First, I choose the asset type and the securities this strategy is allowed to evaluate. That could be a few specific symbols, a watch list, a standard market list, or the results of a screener. Next, I define the entry conditions. These determine when the strategy is allowed to open a new position. Then I configure the position sizing and order settings. These control the size of each entry and whether the strategy can scale in or out of a position. After that, I set the exit rules, things like profit targets, stop losses, and other position management conditions. Investfly also supports multi-step, managed position life cycles. If the strategy needs to run something on a recurring schedule, I can add scheduled tasks. Finally, I can configure strategy-wide safeguards to help manage risk. What's useful here is that the entire strategy stays visible. I can inspect the logic and understand exactly what controls its behavior. What we just looked at was a configuration-based, or no-code, strategy. If I need more advanced or highly customized logic, I can create a Python strategy instead. Let's open an existing Python strategy. I can review and edit the code in the browser. But for more advanced development, we recommend installing the Investfly Python SDK and working in a local editor like PyCharm or VS Code. That gives me better code navigation and error checking. The SDK also includes Investfly command line tools, which make it easy to pull down my strategy code and push updates back to Investfly. I can also use the SDK to create custom Python indicators and reuse them across charts, alerts, screeners, and strategies. I can view and manage them from the indicator list page. Now, let me return to the strategy list. The way I build each type of strategy is different, but both no-code and Python strategies connect to the same backtesting, virtual portfolio, deployment, and monitoring tools. Once I have a strategy draft, I can run a backtest. Here's one that has already finished. The chart shows how the simulated portfolio changed over the selected historical period. I can also review the return, drawdown, number of trades, win rate, profit factor, and every individual trade generated by the strategy. If something doesn't look right, I can go back, adjust the rules, and run the test again. Historical testing is one part of the process. The next step is seeing how the strategy behaves as new market data arrives. For that, I can deploy it to a virtual portfolio. A virtual portfolio tracks simulated cash, positions, orders, buying power, and trading history without committing real capital. Once it's deployed, I can follow its execution in real time by reviewing these execution logs. I can follow this link to open a more detailed view of the virtual portfolio. Here, I can see its open positions, pending orders, completed trades, performance, and the strategy running in it. When I return to the dashboard, I can see how everything connects. The strategy appears here, along with its current status and the portfolio it's using. The portfolio card gives me a quick view of its total value, cash, buying power, and margin requirements. Below the strategies section, I'll also see market automations. These are useful when I don't need a complete trading strategy. An alert can watch a single symbol or a much larger universe and notify me when my condition is met. For example, I've configured this alert to notify me whenever a stock in the S&P 500 reaches a 52-week low. A one-off trading bot can watch for a condition and then submit a specific order that I've configured. Here, I've set up a trading bot to submit a multi-leg covered call order for Microsoft when its moving average crossover condition is met. A trading strategy is the more complete form of automation. It can keep evaluating its rules and manage entries, open positions, and exits over time. Alerts, trading bots, and strategies use many of the same building blocks, but they're designed for different levels of automation. Investfly supports strategies for stocks and ETFs, options, crypto spot, forex, and futures. The experience adapts to the asset I'm trading. Option strategies can work with contracts and multi-leg structures. Forex rules can use pips. Future strategies can use ticks and contract-specific information. Once I've tested and validated my trading idea through a market automation or trading strategy, I can connect a supported brokerage account for live trading. Investfly supports multiple brokers across a range of asset classes. Before I can connect an account, I need to acknowledge the risks of algorithmic trading and accept responsibility for any resulting losses. So, that's the overall picture. I can explore the market with screeners, watch lists, and charts. I can create trading strategies visually or with Python. I can backtest those strategies, run them in virtual portfolios, and monitor everything from the dashboard. On the next screen, you'll choose what you'd like to build first. From there, Investfly will guide you through your first setup. And if you ever need help, just email us directly at support@investfly.com. We'll be happy to assist you. Happy automating!